Hello, my name is Douglas Bloch. Welcome to the Depression Recovery Channel, where each week we talk about practical tools and coping strategies for healing from depression and anxiety. Today is Flashback Friday, a feature in which I republish one of my earlier videos you might not have seen that contains really important coping strategies that will help you attain a better mood. Now here's today's video. The title of today's video is Fast-Acting Depression Drug Newly Approved Could Help Millions. And I'll explain what that means in a minute, but first we have to start with our joke. Well, I turned 70 recently, and I realized that, as you get older, that one of the most important things to do is to maintain your health. So I joined 24-Hour Fitness, and anyway, I was there, and I said to the trainer that I hired, I wonder where astronauts go. What gym do they belong to? And she said, oh, that's easy, Planet Fitness. Anyway, that's Bruce meowing. What are we going to do? Oh, well, we'll just let him meow. Anyway, the title of today, as I mentioned, the video is about this new breakthrough drug. I'd actually done a video on ketamine about 6 weeks ago, in which I said that although it has been used as a party drug, for some reason, it has almost a miraculous impact on people who are severely depressed, especially those who are suicidal, because it turned around people's moods rather quickly. I also mentioned at the very end of the video that people were thinking about looking into a new drug called Esketamine, where you administer the ketamine using a nasal spray. Well, you know how long it takes drugs to get approved. I thought it would be a number of years before we would see this thing on the market. And then, to my surprise, I read it in the New York Times the other day that the title of this video, Fast-Acting Depression Drug Newly Approved Could Help Millions. And they mentioned that on March 5th, 2019, the Food and Drug Administration approved the use of this drug called Esketamine. And wow, I thought that was quick. So, what is ketamine? Esketamine, excuse me. It's a prescription drug treatment for major depression, which works through administration by a nasal spray, developed by Janssen Pharmaceuticals, which is a division of Johnson & Johnson. It's going to be marketed under the name of Spravato. You'll see the word on the screen. And what is it about these psychiatric drug companies? Because they use the last letters of the alphabet. For example, we started with Prozac and then Zoloft. That was Z. Then we had, what was the next one? Paxil, right? Then Celexa, then Lexapro, a whole bunch, and Effexor, 4 X's, right? Then Trintellix later on, and Rexulti. I guess they got tired of the X's because now it's Spravato, S-P-R-V-A-T-O, S-P-R-A-V-A-T-O. Anyway, again, people are excited because in the old days with the Prozac drugs, they targeted the serotonin receptors. This often took 3 or 4 weeks, and at the end of a month, people still weren't feeling better. Well, ketamine works on the glutamate receptors, a different system in the brain, and often takes days or even hours. And again, it's really good for people who are suicidal because it can snap them out of their despair quickly. Not that it's a cure, but at least it gets them, out of their hopelessness so they can live another day and treat the depression. How is this esketamine going to be delivered? Well, with current uses in ketamine clinics, you hook up an IV to a person and you do an IV infusion. This, again, is different. It's going to be done in an outpatient office, twice a week for 1 month, and closely administered. What else do they say? It has to be taken to a doctor's office, of course. Patients monitored for at least 2 hours and their experience entered in a registry. And patients should not drive after they take this medication, at least for the rest of the day. In a doctor's office, outpatient, and it's a 4-week treatment. And then it's, of course, augmented by oral antidepressants to help boost it. Now, sounds great until, of course, you hear the cost. What does it say? Well, not too bad, $4,700 to $6,700 a month. And the people in Janssen are really excited because it's finally going to get them a foothold in the, quote, $12 billion global antidepressant business. So, of course, what were you saying, Jerry? It's like 5 cents for a dose of ketamine. It's an old anesthetic they use in veterinary hospitals for animals. So I don't know what the heck it's $6,700, a month for. But hopefully, I suppose because it's approved by the FDA insurance companies will cover it. And of course, there are some people who are excited. Here's a quote. "We've had nothing new in 30 years since Prozac came along," said Stephen Holland, professor of psychiatry and behavior sciences at Vanderbilt University. "So if this drug is an effective way to get a more rapid response in people who are treatment resistant, and we can use it safely, then it could be a godsend." So that sounds great. I mean, this is what I mentioned in the video 6 weeks ago. Tremendous promise, but I want to close on a more somber note. This is like a PSA I'm giving you guys. And I like to quote a guy right up here in Pill Hill, my hometown of Portland, Oregon, Oregon Health Sciences University, a great teaching hospital. His name is Eric Turner, and he used to be part of the FDA. This is what he said. "Thank goodness we now have something with a different mechanism of action than the previous antidepressants. But I'm skeptical of this hype, because in this world, it's like Lucy holding the football for Charlie Brown. Each time we get our hopes up, Lucy pulls the football away and Charlie Brown lands on his tush." So in other words, we've had potentials for these types of breakthroughs before, but let's hope this time when Charlie Brown goes to kick the ball, Lucy holds it down and he gets a field goal. This has been Douglas Bloch. I hope you found the information on this Flashback Friday video helpful. If so, please give it a like, as likes draw more and more people to this channel and hopefully some more subscribers. You can also leave your comments in the comments section or email me, douglasbloch@gmail.com. If you do want to subscribe to this channel, click on my photo in the closing credits. You'll be taken to my subscribe page. And if you click on the bell to the right, you'll be notified every time I do a new video or live chat. And if you want to contribute to this channel and become a patron, simply click on the Patreon image. You'll be taken to my crowdfunding site. And until next video, I wish you the best in your mental health recovery. Thank you so much.